Minister, on December 7th, you were at committee and spoke of the shortage and the low production numbers for artillery shells. You said that there was a commitment for increasing fourfold the production in Canada. You told me at the end of that meeting, you said that that would take place this year. When will the newly produced shells be rolling off Canadian production lines?
As quickly as Canadian industry can produce them, but they have told us...
You said this year.
What I told them is Canada would do its part this year. We have. We've now committed $300 million, and we're working with industry to make the necessary investments that industry said they required, and we now have the money to negotiate the long-term contracts, which was also the certainty that industry said that they required.
That's great for announcements. On what date this year will the production target be hit of a fourfold increase?
Okay. Last Monday, Canada announced the money that will allow industry to now move forward. And now there is work that will take place between the Department of National Defense and industry. I've also engaged with the ISED minister to move on that as quickly as possible. But Canada did what Canada needed to do, and now now we'll work with industry to deliver that.
Are you walking back the answer that you made then that it would take place this year?
Again, to be really clear, I said we would take action to cause that to happen, and we've taken that action to cause that to happen. We're now going to work with industry so that they can deliver.
Canada is the only NATO country that's not meeting both the NATO investment pledges, the 2% of GDP on defense spending, and at least 20% of the defense budget on equipment and research and development. We're the only NATO country not making it. Why does this DPU not address that lack of commitment?
Yeah, thanks all. First of all, under this DPU, that beginning next year and every year thereafter, we'll be meeting the 20% commitment for investment in capital expenditure. I would also point out, as I mentioned earlier, in Canada, we do not publish our aspirations. We publish our funded plans. And this document talks about the money that we'll be committing in this upcoming budget in order to bring that forward. I've spoken to our allies. All of them want to continue to encourage us to meet the 2% requirement, but all of them
I have to stop you, Minister. Your entire policy update is aspirational. It's full of exploring options. It's full of reaffirming existing commitments. There are actually very few policy changes in this policy update, unless you hadn't been considering the management of all of these priorities all along. This entire thing is an exercise in aspiration. There are no tangible outcomes that it can be measured by dates and specific dollar amounts, other than far down the road, far after another election. So, Minister, this defense update cannot possibly be characterized as anything other than an aspirational document.